Hi, this is James Gordon here with a furry book review. Today's furry book I'll be talking about today, Fang Vol.01. This was published by Bad Dog Books in 2005. This third edition is from 2010. This was a decent anthology of short gay furry romance stories. There was some I enjoyed more than others, but overall this was a decent read. I remember hearing about this book from time to time when I got into the furry fandom, and I didn't know what this anthology was, and last year I decided to order it and check it out as I need to get more furry fiction into my collection. While there were a few stories I did enjoy, the rest not so much. I will say that the writers in this anthology are very good writers. Like they have really solid writing structure, good detail with both locations and a lot of hot, beefy guys and some cute guys too. And the gay sex scenes were definitely very spicy in these stories. But there were some other stories I didn't like. Either kinks that weren't in. There was some that had kinks I weren't into. Others I felt kind of got a little dark and depressing at times, and some others that I didn't really pick my interest. But overall, this was a decent read. For anyone that's into furry furry fiction and especially gay furry romance stuff, you definitely would like this anthology. It has some good stories in it. I will say this anthology is not for everyone, as it has some kinks that might turn some people off and others not interested in. But if you like hot, spicy gay stuff and furry stuff, then you definitely would like this anthology. And I definitely will be checking the other anthologies in the series, as each one has a different theme. And I was reading the Fang Vol.02 has it's gay romance, but it's got horror themes. I thought, ooh, that could be interesting. And the later ones, they have fantasy, and there was one set of Victorian times. I thought, oh, these could be really interesting to check out. So I definitely plan on checking those other anthologies out. But I hope that the later anthologies have more have better stories. As I said, this one was decent, but I just felt some of the other stories could have been better. But overall, this is definitely still worth a read. Alright, onto the review, and spoiler alert, I will be giving away crucial details within each short story. Hit the Showers by Red Swamp Wolf. Leo, a very strong, muscular lion, is taking a shower after finishing his workout routine at his high school. Leo worked hard to get himself in good shape and wants to bring home the winning trophy for the upcoming wrestling match. Leo's good looks and his big balls and cock have earned him the nickname of Schooner. Despite having an interest in football, he chose wrestling since he felt too shy getting naked around other guys. As Leo is washing himself, he can't help enjoy feeling his big balls and cock and begins stroking himself, as he's been pent up for working out so much, along with being around hot, beefy guys. Suddenly, Leo hears the sound of hooves walking across the locker room, and over the shower, it's Coach Argus Anderson, or known as Rock, a tall and heavily built black bull with brown eyes. Leo attempts to flee, but gets shampoo in his eyes. He turns his waist sideways to hide his fully hardened cock while washing his face. Rock is surprised to see Leo is here, as it's late, and was in the middle of checking showers to make sure none of them were still left running, and wants to wash up after an intense workout. Rock asks if he can join Leo in the shower. Leo replies sure, while feeling nervous, but the moment he sees how ripped Rock's body is, along with his huge balls and cock, he finds himself really turned on. While Rock is in the middle of washing himself, he asks Leo if he's got any shampoo, which Leo attempts to give him, but the bottle slips out of his paw hands as it falls onto the shower floor. Without thinking, Leo bends down to get it. As he reaches for it, he hears Rock snicker behind him, realizing he's giving him a view of his ass. Not only that, but also sees how hard Leo is. He brings Leo closer, allowing him to feel how solid the Rock is, then touch his huge, thick cock and balls. Impressed and even turned on more, Leo confesses he had a crush on him. The Rock chuckles and asks Leo if he's ever fantasized about having sex with him. Leo blushes and replies yes. The Rock then asks if he would like to do it right now. Leo replies he would like to do it. The two step out of the shower, dry off, and go over to a bench. Leo lies down and displays himself for Rock to look at. Impressed with his muscular body, the Rock brings his huge cock towards Leo and begins sucking him off, and enjoys feeling Rock's balls against his chest. After sucking him off for a while, Leo is ready to feel the Rock's massive cock inside of him. Lubing himself up along with stretching Leo's tight hole, the Rock slowly pushes his cock deep inside of Leo, then begins thrusting him. Leo moans as he's been wanting this moment to happen for so long. The Rock increases his thrust till he reaches his climax, pumping Leo full load into him. The Rock asks if Leo is alright, which he replies he enjoyed it. As the Rock is impressed he took his whole cock, as not many can do that, and wishes to do this again. The two plan to wash up before leaving for the night. White Night by Kyle Gold. Jason, a Arctic fox in Chicago, leaves his college library and plans to go cruising at the bar his friends told him about as he's feeling horny. It's a chilly evening walking down the sidewalk. Upon entering the bar, seeing several hares, foxes, and polar bears, with some glancing at his big bulge in his tight jeans. While drinking his beer, a hare comes up and compliments his chest and offers to show his. Jason looks at the hare but declines his offer as he doesn't have what he's looking for. After a few beers, Jason spots a very handsome leopard in the back and pays a waiter to bring the leopard a bottle of blue ice. The leopard accepts his drink and invites him over, revealing his name, Trey. He asks if Jason has a place to spend the night. Jason replies he only has his dorm and asks if it would be right to go over Trey's place. He replies yes. The two make small talk while eyeing each other. Once they reach Trey's apartment, as he's still in the middle of unpacking and works as a firefighter, Trey brings Jason into his bedroom as they begin removing their jackets and shirts while rubbing their big bulges against each other, till Trey reaches for Jason's tight jeans and removes them and sees Jason isn't wearing any underwear. Jason then gets Trey's pants off as the two get onto the bed, with Jason licking and sucking Trey off till he releases a full load into Jason, swallowing every drop of cum. Trey wants to feel Jason's knot inside of him. After lubing up, Jason presses his big knot inside of Trey and begins thrusting his waist. The two moan, with the thrust becoming faster till Jason reaches his climax. The two chuckle together in bed, with Trey revealing he moved because of a breakup with his girlfriend. Jason replies he started picking up guys after turning 18, as Trey is the first one he went out with and enjoyed it. Jason remembers he has a Shakespeare test tomorrow. Trey understands and is about to give Jason his pants back when he asks Trey to set his alarm for 9 a.m., which Trey replies he can do that and is glad to spend the night with him. Full Service Fox by White Yote. Toby, a young fox working at a gas station in a boring town of Red Rock, Nevada. He doesn't get many customers and mostly spends his time trying to stay cool in the shade while drawing in his sketchbook. Toby plans to move out as he has no desire to run his parents' farm. While in the middle of working on a picture of a hot, muscular man, Toby hears the sound of a car coming this way. Toby steps outside and sees a bright red 55 Ford Thunderbird. He walks over and asks the driver what he can do for him. Toby is shocked to see a tall and heavily built tiger behind the wheel, wearing a leather jacket, tight pants, and driving gloves. The tiger wants him to fill it up and enters inside the gas station. Toby fills it up and goes inside to find the tiger is looking through his sketchbook. He asks for Toby's name, as the tiger calls himself Four. He's impressed with Toby's drawing and offers some tips for improvement, along with revealing his abs. Toby's eyes are glued to them while his cock suddenly hardens and presses against his overalls. Four allows Toby to feel them, then goes to give him a $50 bill, but it's too much for him to take and he doesn't allow credit cards. Four notices the bulge in Toby's overalls and offers another method of payment. Four removes Toby's overalls and brings him up to the counter and begins sucking his cock. It doesn't take Toby long to release his full load into Four, sucking every drop, but Four wants more and brings Toby into the men's room as he strips down naked and gets Toby to urinate all over his face and chest. Toby can't believe this is happening, as he's never done anything like this before. After washing up and getting dressed, Four gives Toby the $50 bill, as Toby states he'll go to his parents' house to get the change he needs and keep the money. Four asks why he's working here if he's such a good artist. Toby explains the situation to Four and tells him he should follow his dream of becoming an artist. As it's getting late, Four tells Toby he's heading for California and hopes to see him again. As Four drives off, Toby sits down and begins sketching out his next drawing. Fang Vol.01 was a decent anthology of short gay furry romance stories. While not all the stories I enjoyed, with some getting a bit too dark for my taste, along with having a few annoying characters I didn't like, but most were well written with good detail in both scenery, along with the many hot and cute male characters featured in each story. Despite that, I wish there were more fun yet spicy stories, as I felt some got too serious or dark, with the last story ending. I really didn't like how it abruptly ends on a sad note. The two best stories that I really enjoyed were Hit the Showers by Red Swamp Wolf and White Knight by Kyle Gold. Very well written, good detail, and very hot male characters, along with the spicy gay sex scenes. The third story, Full Service Fox by White Yote, was good, but felt the sex scene was rushed with no build-up, as the second character just gets right into it, as I would have rather the two characters talk for a bit, then lead into the sex scene, than one character simply getting turned on by glancing through the main character's sketchbook. Overall, Fang Vol.01 was a decent anthology. While some might not like it, however, those who are into gay furry romance stories, along with other kinks, then you might enjoy this anthology. It's worth a read for anyone who's into spicy gay furry romance. Alright, that's for the review today. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, this, as I said, this was a decent anthology. I still enjoyed it. So I'll just talk with the stories that I really liked in this one. Hit the Showers by Red Swamp Wolf. This one I really enjoyed. It gets off to like a really strong start. You got this really hot lion character, Leo, who's washing himself after training for an upcoming wrestling match, and then all of a sudden his the coach comes in. This really hot, beefy, muscular bull comes in, and Leo has a crush on this guy, which is his nickname is The Rock for how solid he is, and Leo is trying to like he's so nervous being around this guy that he's trying to trying to finish washing up, but at the same time he can't help but stare at the beauty of Rock and gets really turned on by him. And then when Rock notices this, it doesn't take much for the two of them to get it on. And I really enjoyed this story. It was I just had a lot of fun reading it. And like the whole like the scene where the two of them are sharing the shower together, and then Leo feels how solid the Rock is, and then begins touching more of him, and I was like, oh, this story's really getting spicy. So and the sex scene was really great. I really enjoyed it. I actually wish there would like I was looking up this R for Red Swamp Wolf to see if he did anything else, and I couldn't find much info on him. I thought, has he done any more stories? Because I really like the way this guy writes. I was like, I would love to see a follow with these two characters. I would love to see that and other stories by this author. And the second story that I really enjoyed, White Knight by Kyle Gold. I really enjoyed this one. This is about a Arctic fox. Jason is basically bored as after hours of studying at the local college library. He's bored and wants to have some fun, so he decides to go cruising at the local bar, and he finds this really attractive leopard who later introduces himself as Trey, and the two of them get it on at Trey's place. And this story was a lot of fun. I really like this setting where it takes place in like Chicago during like this like chilly autumn setting, and the scenery was good. And then of course when the sex scene I really enjoyed a lot. It was a lot of fun. These were like two fun characters I really enjoyed. And Kyle Gold is a furry author I've heard about many times over the years, both from his gay furry romance novels he's written, and I've seen he's written like a lot of short stories and a lot of anthologies and stuff. And I got one of his solo books, The Jewel Thief. I'll have to definitely check that out. Okay, and the third story, which was the decent one, which I liked it, but it was I just felt it could have been a little better, but it was still good. Full Service Fox by White Yote. So in this story, Toby, he works as a gas station attendant, and he's in a small town, and it's like dead, so he doesn't get many customers, so he's basically just trying to pass the time as much as he can while trying to stay cool, as it's very hot outside. And then just when he thinks his day can't get any better, he hears a car coming. He goes outside and sees this beautiful red Ford Thunderbird, and then the driver is like this very hot, beefy tiger guy, and he's like, whoa. So the tiger guy Ford says fill it up and stuff. And Toby does this, and then after he fills up his gas tank, he goes to tell him that his car is ready, and he finds Toby. Toby finds Ford looking through his sketchbook, and this leads to the two of them kind of getting on. While I felt this story was well written, I just felt that the sex scene was kind of rushed. It's like I would have preferred it if Ford came inside to get a drink or something, and then as Toby is going to pay Ford for the gas and drink, Ford then notices the sketchbook is lying on the counter and it's left open, and he sees one of the drawings that Toby was working on, and then this could lead to the whole conversation of the two kind of like talking for a bit and then leading to the sex. And that I would have preferred. I just felt it was kind of, I just felt rushed where Ford is already looking for the sketchbook, and then he just um, while he compliments Toby, saying like he's good, but he needs some improvement, and instantly just begins showing off his hot body. I thought, okay, this is a little too rushed. Overall, I still enjoyed this. The spicy moment I really enjoyed. It was a lot of fun reading that. So those were the three stories I liked. The other stories, the other ones I didn't like. Not much were Nocturnal Emissions by McCory. This one was basically about this guy. He's like a male prostitute, and he makes extra money on the side by having sex with other guys, and then this leads to him being taken by the this leads to him meeting like these like three other guys, and they go to a hotel to get it on. And I just the two male characters that get on with the main character, they kind of get like a bit rough, and they're like calling like the main character a lot of mean names. I just didn't like that. It just like I felt it was too rough. And then the next story, Stud Service by Kohai. This was one I felt it got a little too dark for my taste. When again, it's about a male prostitute. He's washing in the bathroom, and this guy compliments him, so he brings him over to his place to get it to first watch him have sex with like three dog characters that he's got in the basement, and then later on he wants to get on with him, and I was like, okay, that's a little too dark for my taste. Another story that I really didn't I didn't like. I thought it had some really good some good sex scenes, but I just didn't like the way that it was written. My Place Is Your Life by K.M. Hirosaki. This is one I just didn't like. So this one's basically about wolf character. He meets a trapped husky, and the two of them get it on, and then the husky confesses that he already has a boyfriend already, another husky, and the wolf character is concerned that his other boyfriend will find out that he's been cheating behind his back, but the husky reveals that that his boyfriend will be fine with him sharing him with another guy, as long as he gets to share him with his other boyfriend. So the two meet up, and they get along fine, and then it is along to the two main characters are getting it on in the bedroom, and then the husky's boyfriend appears and watches them for a bit before he joins the main character in a very spicy threesome, which I really enjoyed. But then as the story progressed, the main character then begins hanging out with with the other husky boy, with the other husky, and when they have sex, he feels bad now. He's cheating on his boyfriend, and the main character cannot decide if he should take part in this like open relationship or leave. And I just started to find it a bit windy. Like there's the parts where he enjoys, but then begins questioning his actions, and I just didn't end up liking it. I thought this could have been better. And then there was another story where these two characters, they're driving in a Hummer in Alaska, and they get stuck during a snowstorm, and I just found the conversation they're having kind of boring, and I was like, okay, what are these two characters doing? Like, they said they were getting beer and on their way back from some place, and they get stuck in a snowstorm, and I was like, well, what is going on? I just couldn't get into that one. And the last story, Merchantic Innocence. This one actually gets off to a really good start. Basically, it's about this. The main character finds this really attractive mink that he likes, but is shy, and then has the chance to talk to him after spotting him at a coffee shop, and he drops, I think, his wallet or something behind, and he goes to give it to him, and the mink really likes him, so he offers him his phone number and says, "Hey, I'm going to a party. Why don't you bring some of your friends over?" So he does this, and everything's going fine with the main character and this mink. And his friends are getting along fine, and then the mink asks the main character if he'd like to get a drink, and he replies he would like a soda. So the two go to a vending machine, they get a drink, and then the two really begin to hit it off really well, and then the mink just brings him to his bedroom, and then the main character confesses they had a crush on him. So this leads to the two main characters having sex, and the main character is having the time of his life. Like, he's really enjoying himself, and he can't believe this is happening. But then the story ends on a sad note, and I was like, what? So after the climax, the mink reveals that he has to leave for a unknown reason. He doesn't state why. And the main character's like, why can't you stay? And the mink replies, it's better this way. And then I swear this last story felt like it had like some supernatural thing, because he puts the main character to sleep, and then when the main character wakes up, he's gone and begins crying. I thought, why would you end it like that? Like, why? Had that story had a happy ending, I that would have been the fourth story that I would have really liked. But unfortunately, it ends on a sad note. I thought, why did it like this? Like, why? The ending, it made me think of that one virtual novel where it's I can't remember the name of it, but it's about the it's like set in Japan, and the guy has like these like 4 cat men that live with him in his apartment, and basically as the game progresses, you decide who you want to hook up with in the video game. And I tried to hook up with the one character when a bunch of things start going wrong, and all of a sudden the main character is almost killed when he's hit by a car, and then the cat character that I was interested in uses powers to put him into a coma. I was like, what? So that's what this last story kind of made me think of that part. But yeah, overall, this, as I said, this was a decent anthology. I didn't hate it. Like, there's some like some okay stories here and there, but I still enjoy this, and I definitely will be checking out the other Fang anthologies in this series. Alright, that's our review today. Hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to October Library, the new channel where I post book reviews and other fiction-related content. Until then, I'll catch you later. After sucking him off for a while, Leo is ready to feel the rock's massive cock inside of him. Lubing himself up along with stretching, Leo's... Forgot I wrote this. After sucking him off for a while, Leo is... Oh boy. Okay. Alright. After sucking... I didn't know this would be hard to read aloud. Oh, okay. Whew. Alright. After oh, god damn it. Oh, okay. After sucking... God damn it. Oh, come on, James, you're almost there. One page, you're done. Okay. After sucking him off for a while, Leo is